This is the Russian Dynamite, Masha Slamovich.
Becca here.
This is not America's Sweetheart, Davian. And
It's Billy Starks. And
the super fly guy, Trayvon Jordan.
This is the fly side flyer, Jalen Brandon.
Hardcore Princess, Jules Malone.
Hi there, this is the Bubblegum Princess, Alexia Nicole.
This is the Brazilian Wonder Woman, Christy Jane.
This is the baddest black belt, Chennai Kai.
This is Kid Bandit.
The smash hit Joel Bateman.
This is Robin Renegade.
Cody Hawk.
Brutal Bob Evans. And you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment, one of my favorite podcasts in the whole wide world.
This is the American Witch Erica Torres, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment.
Hello, and welcome to the show. It's Wrestling with Entertainment, the only audio experience on the web today. And to read all your favorite wrestlers every Tuesday and Wednesday on YouTube and Castbox, sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. I am, of course, your host, James J. And it's a great day for wrestling because we are wrestling with casting spells and raising hell, the American Witch Erica Torres. Hello.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. How are you?
I'm doing great. Just got done working out, always staying ready for the next fight, looking for the next big thing.
Alright, and when is the next big fight?
At the moment, sorry about that. My app is messing up. Okay. At the moment, I don't have anything in lines yet. However, I will be looking to make a return to Shine Wrestling and Reality of Wrestling and anywhere else that anyone wants to see me.
Alright, is the kind of break from wrestling intentional?
Oh, most definitely. I had to take a break to get my mindset, to get my spirits and my energies in line, so that way when I come back, I am better than ever.
Right, and that's an important part of pro wrestling is, making sure, you're in the right headspace.
Oh, most definitely, because every fight you have to be set, prepared, ready to go, and at your tippy top.
Oh, absolutely. And when you do get, matches down the line, where can we find you on social media and your merchandise?
Oh, you can find me on Instagram at American._witch. You can find me on Twitter at Witchy. You can find me on Facebook, Erica Torres. My merch, I'm working with a fabulous resin artist, Miranda Hitzman, with Hitzman Creations, and we have been making all kinds of things as far as magnets, custom creations. You can find us on Facebook there. We also do anything that you may need as far as like new age. We make our own dream catchers, our own wands. At live events, you can find me at my merch table, and I have tons of stuff that can enrich your life. And I also do tarot readings as well.
Okay. Well, lots to keep busy. All of those links will be in the description of the video below, both on YouTube and Castbox. Simply click the link and you will be there. Alright, let's get into it. You were a part of the first Sherry Martel Classic. Can you tell us about what it meant to you to be in that tournament? Somebody that doesn't necessarily get their flowers as much as they should?
Oh, it was amazing. It was an amazing experience. I really enjoyed watching Sherry Martel growing up. She was one of my inspirations as far as not needing to be pretty, not worrying about getting your hands dirty and just jumping right in there, not caring who's in front of you. whatever you got to do to tear them down. And being able to be a part of that was a really big step for me as far as competition wise, as far as just the level of intensity. It was a really great show. It had a really great atmosphere. The fans were amazing. I'm really looking forward to participating in the next go.
Oh yeah. And you did get to the Sabotage in that as well. So it.
Oh yeah, and I had it won. I thought, yeah, I had the submission set, was ready to go. Girl was almost about to tap out, and then next thing you know, one thing led to another, and we both end up getting rolled up. But next time, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, definitely not. Don't you hate it when that happens? You have the match won, and then just something, an anomaly happens.
Oh, it's the worst. It's a horrible, horrible feeling. But then what you do is you just gather yourself back together and don't let those mistakes happen again.
Right. Okay. Can you tell us about your sisters in the coven? Waitress, Chelsea Regan, and Chelsea Jordan. And
Oh, they're a fabulous bunch. Wonderful women. Great competitors. Each one fierce and has their own special little talent. And as one, we are a force to be reckoned with.
And what's a pet peeve about each one that you just don't understand about them?
You know, I really don't think that there's a pet peeve about any of them because each of their own little identities and their own quirks is what makes them them and what makes them deadly. And I very much appreciate that and like that on my team.
Would you like to know what Chelsea's pet peeve was about you?
Oh, sure. What was it?
It was that you stopped giving her free readings.
Oh, well, I can see that as far as, you know, I've been quite busy. However, she is a sister of mine, and I trust that her energy is in a completely perfect space. And obviously, you can see that it is because she's doing quite well for herself.
Oh yeah, for sure. Love Chelsea, had her on not too long ago. And speaking of Chelsea, you tagged with her to take on the Hex, Allison Kay and Marty Fell. Probably, two of the bigger names on independence right now. What was that match like in that experience, wrestling, of two of the bigger names on the independents?
Oh, it was everything that I could ever want because when we are fighting and competing, that's when most, how do I want to say this? It's when the most energy is generated. And myself, I am a energy manipulator, and that is exactly what I feed off of and need. So I need the fiercest competitors to compete against so that way I can feed off of them. And I'll tell you what, they were quite fierce, and it was quite a delicious match.
I love that. Um, Now, you've done a lot in your career. One of maybe the overlooked things is you was Kaiju Big Battle champion. You was a Power Ranger with a door hammer.
Oh yeah, that was an amazing experience. That was a once in a lifetime thing, and I was so gracious and thankful to be a part of that.
How did that come about? I've only ever heard like rumors and whispers about how Kaiju Big Battle works. So, how did you get involved in Kaiju Big Battle?
The right place at the right time. The planets aligned, forces were great. I had a wonderful guardian angel over me by the name of Double D, who orchestrated everything I needed to get where I am today. And it was because of him and a lot of other very, how do I want to say, very gracious people who had given me the opportunity, and I thank every bit of it. And I was just super ecstatic to show what I am capable of as well.
Well, speaking of Double D, what are the advantages and disadvantages of having your significant other in the same profession as yourself?
I definitely don't see any disadvantage to it, especially if you have someone who has a brilliant mind, who is always driven and can get you to where you need to go. A lot of people don't realize that when someone is giving you criticism, it's not to tear you down, it's to help you and make you better. And that is one thing that I'm very, very thankful for having in Double D. He sees where I need to tighten up. He sees where I need to work. It's not just a lovey-dovey, oh, you did this great, you did that great. You get some of that, but you also get what you need to work on and what's going to make you better and what's going to make you a better performer.
Hey, could you tell us about rolling you into a pretzel and making you kiss your own butt?
That is one of my favorite lines. Whenever I'm grappling with someone, I always find that I can manipulate them into positions that they just didn't even realize that they had. And honestly, if you get me mad enough, I will roll you into a pretzel and make you kiss your own butt.
Where does that come from?
It's basically what it is. I mean, I'll just roll you up and then make you kiss your own butt. You'll be in such a position that you'll have no choice but to.
It is one of those moves I believe I hope I'm pronouncing this correct, the Pilroy torture twist.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is definitely one of my favorites.
Definitely one of those moves that you can't really escape.
Exactly. It's got to be the right moment at the right time for you to manage. I have to slip up at some point for it to happen. And that's why I try to perfect it and not let things like that happen.
Right. Well, could you tell us about your MMA career?
Oh, yeah. I actually got into that thanks to my cousin, Joe Daddy Stevenson. After I finished up my collegiate career in college, I was originally going to go back to California and train with him and start that MMA career there. But I ended up finding a wrestling school here in Oklahoma and started that career path. And then he informed me that there were other schools and stuff out here where I can train and be able to do both. And so thanks to a lot of different coaches and a lot of different dojos and schools, I was able to do very well and learn the things that I needed to. One of the schools that I was working with here recently was USA Stars under Sensei Pat. And amazing. You learn so much within judo, within jiu-jitsu, within boxing. It covers the whole kit and caboodle. Another good gym is Joe's actual gym out there in California under Cobra Kai. They have a really good program as well.
How did MMA kind of help you / hinder you in your wrestling career?
It definitely helped as far as knowing exactly how to breathe, how to keep that conditioning where you keep going, how to not give up, how to cut angles, how to, if you're in certain situations, grapple your way out, how to use ring positioning. Basically, give you a whole different outlook on ways that you can defend yourself or beat an opponent down.
And you had an impressive career in MMA. What kind of made you stop doing that and kind of more focus on wrestling?
Basically, what you want to do is be able to go back and forth. I was able to work as much as I could in MMA, but my career took a different route with different things that went on, and I think I made a good choice going straight into full wrestling. But I feel like I could go back if I wanted to, and it's a never-ending story.
Yeah, absolutely. Never say never, right?
Oh, no.
Right. Aside from being the Kaiju Big Battle champion, you were also the Sabotage Wrestling champion as well.
Oh, yeah, those were wonderful days.
You technically didn't lose the Sabotage championship, correct?
Technically, no, not at all. I did not tap out. I was not in any way, shape, or form beaten in any way. I had a bunch of dum-dums working with me who couldn't get their acts together, and then next thing you know, they screw up the whole thing for me.
What's going on now?
Well, sometimes you just align yourself with a bunch of dum-dums and you just got to work your way back out of it.
Alright. Can you tell us about the balloon animal hula hoop bet match?
What was that?
The balloon animal hula hoop bet match?
Oh, okay, with Miss Phoebe.
Yes.
Yeah, that was an interesting match, and that was great because we got to use everything and anything under the sun, and we most definitely did. And it's so empowering to use someone else's own gimmicks and props against them. It adds an extra little flavor to that energy.
Which one was your favorite?
What do you mean?
Which was your favorite gimmick to use in the match?
Oh, most definitely the hula hoop. There are so many different things that you can do with it.
Yeah, it does sound like a thing that could be used in many different ways.
Oh, and it was. Uh, I got very creative with it when I seen her in very compromising positions, and I play with the hula hoop all the time. So there were so many different things I figured out to do. So it was quite fun.
You were you were also the NWA Women's Champion, like the one that's on Power right now. What is
Yes, I was the youngest and the first Hispanic.
Yes. What did that mean to you and having your name on that list with so many, iconic wrestlers?
Again, it's something that I'm very thankful for getting the opportunity to show what I am able to do and what I'm capable of. And that happened such a long time ago that I'd really like to revisit and show that I have a lot more unfinished business to do.
Because, I believe you didn't lose that title as well.
Nope. Funny things always seem to happen, and there's different ways that energies align, and it seems like things happen for a reason.
Can we just maybe say that all these titles that you technically didn't lose mean that you're still the champion of these companies?
You would think so, but the titles are amazing to have under your belt, but just getting the opportunity to beat the bejesus out of someone is amazing.
Kind of, obviously you have that under your belt, like you said, but you're also the first Hispanic to win the title as well. Does that mean anything to you as well?
Oh yeah, heritage is a very, very special thing. And it's not just blood heritage. You want to look at your spiritual heritage. You want to look at your heritage of just you in general, and being able to be someone to speak up for that is an amazing feeling. And to have others actually look at you as if you deserve that is amazing as well.
Right. And you said unfinished business, so we'll be seeing you in taking a stop at NWA.
Oh, I would most definitely love to.
Oh, now I think it's time for that segment once again. Erica Torres' Bizarre Adventures. You're a pro wrestler that goes up and down the roads, and weird, crazy, and bizarre things are bound to happen. Can you tell us a road story that fits that description?
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
Could you tell us a weird, crazy, or bizarre thing that's happened on the road?
Oh yeah. This one time I was driving home. I can't remember how long the drive was, but it was quite a ways. And I was on the highway, and as I was going down, I was looking at my GPS, and I noticed that my time started to get longer, and I uh, didn't expect what was happening. And first it started off, okay, well, I'm going to be home at 1:30 in the morning. Okay, all right. And then it started going to like 1:45, and I'm thinking, what's happening? Next thing you know, I see this exit. It's about 5 to 8 miles. After I pass this exit, I notice that the time is getting longer and getting longer. And then I finally get to where all the traffic is, and it stops. And I am like, oh my God, what is happening? I need to get home. I have a million things I got to do. I can't be doing this right now. And then the time started getting to 3:30, 4:30. It got to where I wouldn't be home until 5:30 in the morning, and I'm sitting in this traffic, and I cannot take it. So I end up just turning around because I end up having to go to the bathroom really bad. And so I just turn around and I just go straight down the road on the wrong side, and I am saying I'm sorry the whole way down. And I finally get to that exit that I passed, and then got on that one, and then ended up going the rest of the way and skipping everything. And it was just so nerve-wracking to be stuck in that situation and to know that I was going to be sitting there for hours when I am almost home.
What kept the traffic that long?
I am assuming that it was just a really bad accident. And I mean, when I look down, you can just see traffic for miles. And it was, I believe, 2 lanes. And it was just ridiculous. And everybody was at a standstill. People were getting out of the cars. And I couldn't take it. I couldn't, no.
Well, it sounds like you created a few bizarre adventures for the people you passed.
Oh, most definitely. There was people honking, and all I kept saying is, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I can't do this. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And I was like, oh, God, if I get pulled over, I'm just going to keep saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. But please, I cannot be here. I cannot be stuck in this spot.
Okay. Can you tell us your love of the tarot cards?
Oh, well, tarot are my favorite, just for the mere fact that it's just messages from your spirit guides. You can use anything, really, runes, clairaudience, which is basically hearing songs and hearing things. Like if you hear a repeating phrase over and over, that could be your spirit guide trying to relay some sort of information for you. But tarot cards are the easiest because they're already printed messages, and all you need to do is just let the guides flow through you, and then they'll let you know what you need to know.
When did you get into tarot cards and, all these spiritual things?
I actually had what is called an awakening for 2020. And basically with that, everything just seemed to align. Everything just seemed to make sense. And one thing led to another, and I just flowed right on through the path, and it just, boom, started happening. Again, everything happens for a reason.
Alright. Can you, and you don't have to answer this question if you don't want to, can you tell us about, Kira, You'll Always Be My Little Girl?
Huh?
Could you tell us about, Kia, You'll Always Be My Little Girl?
I don't know what that's about.
Okay, fair enough. It's a book you got? But,
Oh, Kaya.
Kaya, my bad.
Oh, no problem, no problem. Yeah, Kaya, that was a very special book that Double D had got me for Mother's Day. And it was a custom book. He picked the stories, he picked the drawings, he picked everything. And it's very, very special. But yeah, that's me and our child.
Alright. Now, I think it's time for the colossal question. They're making a movie about you. It's gonna be a big budget, movie. Steven Spielberg's attached to it. Every movie has a soundtrack. What would be the first three songs on the Erica Torres movie soundtrack up to this point?
Let's see here. Definitely American Witch by Rob Zombie.
Obviously.
Hmm. Give me a second here. Let me think. Caught me off guard on this. Mm.
Would you like to come back to the question?
Yeah, let's come back to that.
Fair enough. Obviously, you can't play yourself in the movie. You're going to be doing the Stanley cameo. So, who will be playing Erica?
I don't know. I don't have any preference or thoughts. I haven't really even thought that far as to who would be able to play me.
So, no preference on who plays you?
Not really. I mean, that's another one that you caught me off guard. I never really think of myself in that way. Obviously, I would want to play myself in any sort of movie because I'd like to take my own stunts.
Alright. Well, every movie has a supporting cast. Who would play, let's say, Double D, Viperess, Chelsea, and Regan?
Man, you're hitting me with some stuff that I'm not. First of all, I want to know who's making this movie and who's producing it, who's directing it, and meet with this casting director. Say line them up and let them choose.
Alright, so just whoever they decide to pick.
What was that?
So who they decide to pick.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, fair enough. Alright.
But I do. Okay, I do know the three songs.
Okay.
The first song, obviously, American Witch by Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
Second, At Dawn They Sleep by Slayer.
Okay.
And then third, You Wanted the Best by Kiss.
Sweet. That's a solid trade right there. Do you lock it in?
What was that?
Do you lock it in?
Yes.
Alright, you are locked in. Alright, can you tell us about having a 46-inch vertical leap?
Oh yeah. I've been working on my jumps, making sure that I'm able to at any point jump over someone, jump on the top rope, to jump over the ropes. At any point, I need to leap as high as I can. So I've definitely been working on that, and right now my max is at 46.
That's still pretty impressive, 46 right now.
Oh yeah, it's pretty tall for me, and it's a lot of work trying to catapult myself up there.
What's the goal height?
I haven't really thought. I just keep going as high as I can. As soon as I am comfortable at hitting whatever inches I'm at, I throw another couple on there. So there's really no like end in sight. It's just whatever I'm able to take at that point.
Interesting. So it's just pushing your limits as far as you could take them.
Yep, always and forever.
Alright. Could you tell us about your love of aliens?
My love of aliens. Oh, well, I do a lot of research. I do a lot of studying of different galaxies, different life forms, different legends and myths, a lot of archaeology and stuff. And there's a lot of stuff that points into different directions. And I'm pretty happy with the stuff I've discovered and the stuff I've been lucky to stumble upon.
Okay, well, I was saying referring to the movies.
Oh, the actual movie Aliens. Yeah, I'm all about xenomorphs and everything. I mean, as you can see, I like aliens of all sorts. But yeah, I do like the Alien franchise. It's one of my favorites, along with the incorporation of Predator. I was lucky enough to get a comic that I've wanted for a while. Thanks to Double D, he got me Alien versus Predator versus Judge Dredd. And I forgot how short comics are. And so I got just to the introduction of Dread, and it cut off, and I was like, no! So, yeah.
That's how they get you. They cut you off at a good point, and then you have to get the next one.
Mm-hmm.
But what's your favorite out of the originals?
Aliens 2. Well, I guess Aliens, you would say. But yeah, Aliens.
How did you feel about them trying to reboot it with I believe it was Prometheus and the ones that came after that?
I was really excited about it. I enjoyed Prometheus. I definitely enjoyed the second one. I like where they went with it as far as the creators and everything, because obviously through Sumerian myths and legends, you have who are the Anunnaki and the creators, and so they kind of went with that route, and especially of them being on a different planet, coming through and seeding other planets and stuff. It's a good alignment, and I really appreciated it. And then I also like the fact that they got to show that with each alien, there's a different way it comes about, either from fungi or from the different hosts it takes a hold of.
Alright. You're also a Mortal Kombat fan, correct?
Yeah, I do enjoy some Mortal Kombat. I got really excited with this last round. Double D had downloaded Terminator, Rambo, Spawn, and all that for me. I was really excited about it. And then I was really excited about them incorporating the Alien and the Predator in it as well. I played quite a bit with those two.
Well, I was going to ask who was your favorite character, but I think you just answered that. No, those are very good, interesting games. Now, those are some of the best fighter games.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I also enjoy some Tekken as well. I used to play a lot of Tekken when I was younger. Street Fighter. Double D kicks my butt in that all the time.
Well, you're winning at Mortal Kombat, right?
Depending on characters and which arena we're in,
So it
but he's
balances
pretty
out.
sneaky.
So it balances it out, right?
You would think sometimes I get lucky, but most of the time he's crafty and a dirty fighter.
Alright, now on to a controversial subject. Pineapple on pizza. What's your stance?
I like it. I'm a weirdo. I like it. I don't see a problem with it. When I was younger, I always preferred that one. Now that I'm older, I like pepperoni and black olive, but I'm okay with some pineapple on some pizza.
Okay. What's your spirit Pokemon?
Charmander.
Sweet.
Or Mewtwo.
I definitely dig Mewtwo. Weirdest question you'll ever be asked on a wrestling interview. Would you ever consider wrestling a Rock? Not Dwayne Johnson, not the country, an actual Rock.
I think I would, and it would be a pretty easy match. Obviously, it's a Rock, so I'd pin it pretty easy, I would think.
Well, just for context, there's this wrestler named Psycho Mike that wrestled an actual Rock for over 15 minutes in what was called a Tungsten Man match, an Iron Man match that lasts for 2 weeks.
Well, that's interesting. How's he not able to beat this Rock within just mere seconds?
Oh no, he didn't win the match either. It ended with
Wow.
it was 319 to 319.
This must have been a pretty powerful Rock.
Well, the champ.
Or he's a very sad competitor.
Well, The Rock is the champion. He's the world champion, and Mike did actually have to have a couple matches in between having the match with The Rock as well. So there was a lot going on.
So the Rock had heathens with it? And they placed the Rock on top of him for a pin?
No, The Rock. Well,
I mean, that's the only logical explanation I can think of.
no, The Rock actually pinned him a few times and made him submit.
Well, all right.
I can tell you the match if you want to watch it.
Well, that sounds interesting.
It's definitely something you could say, yeah, I watched that. Oh, and we love Tracy Smothers on the show. Do you know the acronym for THUG? THUG.
Uh-uh.
T is for terrible, H is for hell, U is for ugly, and G is for jail. Because a dog can't spell.
Oh, okay.
We love Tracy Smothers on the show, trying to, keep the memory alive. Alright, on a more serious note, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I see myself... I'm sorry, did you get that?
No, you cut off.
Okay. I definitely see myself winning a lot more championships, being seen by many people around the world, because that is definitely the goal right now, is to be seen by many and to raise consciousness, because that is the end goal in all of this.
And is there any particular title you're looking at right now?
All of them. Any of them I can get my hands on.
And obviously a few that you already have but never lost.
Exactly. Reclaiming old ones, claiming new ones, taking them all.
And what's a match people should go out of their way to see that shows off what you're all about?
I definitely have a good match with Lindsay Snow. That one is a definite. Also, the Sherry Martell tournament. Both those matches are, I feel, very competitive.
Right. Well, I believe those are on YouTube, so I will find them and put them in the description of the video below, so anybody that hasn't seen it, wants to re-see it after this interview, they can.
Perfect.
Yeah. And since we are nearing the conclusion of this interview, we are wrestling with the 8 questions of doom.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is our speed round, our bonus round, the round where we see who you really are. Are you ready?
Sure.
Excluding yourself, greatest wrestler of all time.
Macho Man.
Worst wrestler.
Doink.
Which one, though?
What do you mean, which one? Doink the Clown?
There are multiple Doinks. There's Matt Bourne, Brooklyn Brawler, or just Doink in general.
Oh, well, goodness. Doink in general, at least that's just my thoughts as a child.
Fair enough. Your main event in WrestleMania for the World Championship. Who is your opponent?
Brock Lesnar.
I can see that, and I'm really excited to watch that. If you could come out to anyone's entrance music, past or present, who would it be?
Oh, jeez. I like Macho Man's.
Pop and Circumstance.
What was that?
Pop and Circumstance. That's the name of the song.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Sorry.
Finish this sentence. Kayfabe is...
Whatever I want it to be.
Ooh, interesting. We would have also accepted taste great on toast. Squash. Fruit or vegetable?
Foot.
What?
Yeah, squash. I'm gonna squash you.
I love that answer, so I will accept it. New Japan wrestler Taichi, his ring gear gets smaller every year, revealing more of himself to the world. My question, what is the appropriate trunks to butt cheek ratio for ring gear?
None for me.
What about other wrestlers?
Do you know? It's up to them if they want it all hanging out.
Alright. And the last question, the main event, the thing everybody wants to know. Have you ever had a conversation with a stranger in a supermarket about Darby Allin?
No.
And that is the correct answer. That will conclude this interview. Thank you so much for coming on and doing this with me.
Thank you for having me.
And once again, where can we find you on social media and your merchandise?
You can find me on Instagram at American._witch. Find me on Twitter at Witchy. Facebook, Erica Torres. You can find some of our merchandise at Hitsman Creations, or you can just contact me on any of those social medias.
And of course, you don't need to go looking for those links or type it into your Google machine. All the links will be in the description of the video below, but on YouTube and Castbox, simply click the link, a new tab will appear, and you will be there. You've been listening to her for 45 minutes. Buy a damn sword. Help a witch out. And of course, if you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment. We're on YouTube and Castbox. Join us next Tuesday and Wednesday for another incredible interview. Of course, we'll be sponsored by Rogue Energy and K1 Coffee. Follow the show on Twitter and Instagram at WRESTLINGWITHE for all your needs of who we're interviewing, when we're interviewing them, etc., etc. Follow me at JamesJ993. Follow Kaliko at IamKaliko. And follow Scooter Dust at Scooter Dust. And on the remix, the only live alternative commentary for WWE PLEs. The next one, Survivor Series, and of course, I'm Smoking Dragons Twitch. Alright, Erica, when I say wrestling wit, you say entertainment, okay?
Okay.
For our very special guest, Erica Torres, Kaliko Yacht, Scooter Dust, I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling Wit
Entertainment.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.